Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my yeses and my nos. If anyone's got a strong opinion either way or no's, let's fucking argue about it and we can change it if need be.
So we could get out, so we won't do back all the time.
Perfect, but he's
Not
got
Steve,
enough
he's got enough
yeah.
about him.
Right, we count what we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
We're ready to...
Just read them out to me. Let me write them in. Right, fuck this. Let's go and just read them out off this.
Come on, lads.
Jump on a pitch, lads. Everyone stiff. Come in close so I'm not shouting that much. In you come. Everybody in, yeah? Right, so I'd like to thank everyone for their time today. The standard's been really good. I'm very confident that we have now found our squad to take this league by storm and win every fucking trophy in sight. That being said, this is the squad that we've selected. As you can imagine, it was a pretty tough deliberation in there, which is why we took as long as we did. If I read your name out, go and stand over to the left-hand side for us, and I'll chat to you guys in a minute because you've made it.
The importance of getting back to the technical side of the game was not just seeing how athletic people were, but actually seeing their ability as well, and coinciding with that, their intelligence as they're playing. Are they always just trying to bomb forwards? Are they holding off? Are they creating the right angle? And we actually get to see a little bit of if they can actually play football as well. It's not just about how fit they are.
It was important to get back to working on technical things such as finishing, passing, tackling and sort of positioning and other aspects of it, because you can be the fittest player in the world, but if you don't have the technical attributes, you can't play football.
It's all right being fit, but football is a game played by intelligent footballers. Or the way we want to play the game, it'll be played by intelligent footballers. We're not looking for lumps, we're not looking to just kick it into a channel and chase it. That's not what we're about. So it's vital that we got the players playing some football, got them doing finishing drills, got them doing passing drills, movement off the ball, that sort of stuff.
On your back, jab, on your back, jab, on your back, jab, keep going, keep going. Oh, just about it.
Ronaldo, Brown, right wing, left wing, anywhere you want to put me. 6 years, well, Fletcher Moss Rangers as a Sunday League player, and then obviously went to Liverpool Academy at 11 years old, started for them, spent 6 years there, went on to do a youth, so a YT at Oldham Athletic for 2 years until I was 18, and then from there went down to university, went to Loughborough University, big sporting uni, and only just graduated now. So that's why I'm at Paddock now, great opportunity. It's a great opportunity to find my feet, and I feel like there's a really, really high ceiling with what's going on here. I think it could potentially go quite far and blow up quite high, and I'll be obviously excited to be a part of it.
It's important the players understand what the coaches want from them, because we've got a system in mind that we're trying to implement. It's going to take some time, a few sessions, a few matches, friendlies before we get into the season. But them understanding the system is essential, because if they're not on the same page, it's not just them being on the same page as the coaches, but if players aren't on the same page in terms of what system they're playing, it's not going to be coherent on the pitch, and they won't be able to play together and build up the way that we're looking for.
I'm going to show them the shape with them. A bit of what we went through on
Fill the gap. And like a centre back drag.
Right, lads, come in close where you can see the board. Right, we've got a game in 9 days. Some of what we just saw there was really fucking encouraging. Some of what we saw there was a little bit worrying. And there's obviously a lot of work in terms of shape, what we're looking for. A little bit disappointed on the talk. By next Tuesday, that talk needs to have quadrupled from all of you. Hopefully, in the next 4 sessions, you'll be more confident talking because you'll actually know what I want you to do. And then you'll be able to correct your teammates when your teammates aren't doing it. That's where I'm hoping that the confidence to tell people you're in the wrong fucking place, move, get in the right place. This is a 4-3-3. Back 4, number 6, 2 attacking midfielders, winger, striker, winger. Everyone familiar with what a 4-3-3 looks like? Yep. Okay. In possession, we want my wingers to stay high. The number 9's going to get involved in the build-up. Ronaldo and Adam both did that really well in that game that we just played there.
11 players can take to the field, and 11 good players will beat 11 bad players just through their natural, raw instincts. But when you come up against teams that maybe are better than you, that's where tactics come in. That's where a shape comes in. That's where your drills come in, and that's where your style of play really comes in.
Challenge.
Tackle that.
Come on, Mason, lad. Well in. Love that from you, Mason. Sport.
Contact training coming back was very important to us because it creates a more realistic scenario. I think some people, through no fault of their own, were getting comfortable in the improvements they were making, but without the opposition, and having that opposition and that pressure, not just physically somebody being in front of you, but limited time to execute the skill, made some people realise how much more they needed to do. But then we also got to see some people that actually didn't look quite so good in the initial phase unopposed, that actually came to life and thrived off the competition.
If you want to switch in, you need to tell Ali to come wide then, which I'm fine with, but you need to speak to him. In fact, if you want to go spend 5 minutes in the middle, pull him out, tell him to play left wing, because I wouldn't mind seeing if you can get on the end of what Jab's doing down there, because he's getting some space. Keep going!
Reassess, there you go. Well done.
Well done! Hey! Good stuff, Ollie! Jack, you have to speak.
It was really important because obviously going from social distance training, you don't really get to see people make a decision under pressure. So when it came back to 11 versus 11 full contact, we got to see a little bit more about who can make the quicker decisions and who's going to move different places and make them little adjustments to the game, versus when it was just socially distant training and it was unopposed. Anybody can look good doing that.
I think we've noticed Ronaldo's a little on the quick side. What I would like you two to do, talk to Aaron, make sure he's in the right position. I want you two to be finding him on the channel.
Go on, go on.
Come on! Please, go! Fly! Yes, Luke! Proper battle. Luke, get me up! Come on!
Hassan!
We got That was good. It was good to see that the shape that we've worked on for 20 minutes was starting to take shape. It's going to be even better again on Thursday. The only thing I really want to see upped is the talk, because communication is going to be what makes or breaks what we're doing. Some of the things we're doing are a little bit unorthodox, but after 6 months, they'll be fucking natural to you, hopefully. I'm buzzing that you all want to fucking continue playing. The game that you're playing in 9 days is the hardest game at amateur level that we could get you in Manchester.
there's a fair chance you're going to lose. We want to show that we can compete with them. The way we're going to compete with them is by doing a couple of things that we're going to show you off the ball and a couple of things that we're going to show you on the ball. I want to know what the standard is, and Duckingfield Town are the standard in Greater Manchester. They're top of the Manchester League. They win that league. They are comfortably a North West Counties level side. It's only the facilities that stops them being that. So Duckingfield represents the hardest possible test that we could face.
Jay Motter here for Stretford Paddock FC, and the wait is over. The game is about to begin. Joining me, of course, is the manager, Stephen Howson.
We've chosen to play Duckingfield Town. Their manager's my mate. They are the best team in the area. They absolutely spank the Manchester League at the moment, or they were spanking it last season until the Rona hit. They are the hardest test we could have got. Does everyone know their role? Yeah, confident you know your role? 2-3, 2-3, pretty much, yeah? When we're attacking, let's really look for you two to get beyond, right? For the first 10 minutes, let's not overcommit. We have given ourselves a fucking serious test here today, lads. And I want to find out what yous are about. Have you got a fucking bottle to hang with a fucking top team like these? We're going to find out. If you go behind, I expect you to work harder. And if we concede again, work even fucking harder. Nothing but fucking work today, lads. That means that 5, working hard. That means that 5, talking hard, yeah? When we get the opportunity, let's look for the patterns of play that we've worked on. Let's try and exploit the fullback. Let's try and get an overlap. Let's try and go 2v1 in the wide areas. That's all I'm asked about. Compete for everything. Compete for every first ball, compete for every second ball, and I'll be happy, yeah? I'm not expecting you to win this fucking game, but I do expect you to fucking compete. I'm serious. This is a mixture of first team.
That we're going to lose.
This is a mixture of a first team and a reserve team, so you've got a fucking chance. Go and fucking let them know. Go and put this whole fucking league on notice about who you are, yeah? First game, let's start it with a fucking W, okay? Let's strike first. Let's fucking shock them, because no one knows what to expect.
Chances are that the attackers will probably be the first team to start off with. The attackers will probably be the first team to start off with. So we're going to come at you now. The back full there was very organised in that little bit, but you're going to come up against that. You can see already the physicality just looking at them. You know, they're going to try and box every single one.
Play football. We've got some good fucking footballers in this team. We're not here to fight, we're here to play fucking football. And I believe in you to play football. That's what we're about.
Outplay them, outrun them.
Lads.
Yeah.
Come on, boys. Fucking have it. Good luck, boy, lads. Good luck. Good luck.
Don't fucking hesitate on the ball.
Don't fucking back out of anything.
Probably, you can feel the tension. This is it. The wait is over.
In terms of technique, the first chip for the first goal, have to give the opposition player credit.
It'd be a good lesson for Jake, because I doubt he gets caught like that again.
Come out with the ball.
Hey, chins up! Heads don't go down, boys, come on!
But like, especially on this pitch.
It wasn't a goal.
It wasn't a goal.
It wasn't a goal.
I've since spoken to some of the Duckingfield players that I know, and they said it was a good 2 yard away from even getting to the line.
Why let it play then? Let it play then. Why let it play? What fucking hell was all that about?
I'm not a referee.
What the fuck?
Hawkeye said no!
What was given?
Whoa, what's happened there? Have they given him a goal?
They just said no goal.
Ref, they've just said no goal!
They've actually just said they didn't score.
1-0 still. I'm not having that. It's 1-0.
Boys, play on! Ignore it!
Yes,
Ronaldo's probably comfortably our best player. He's a good finisher. We've seen him finishing. He scored some fantastic goals in training.
Yes, Adam.
And I just think it was a bit of an unlucky shot. If anything, it was very unfortunate for the ball not to go in. It looked like it was going in all day.
The centre back. I'll put my fucking house on that.
They put in a lot of crosses during that game. I don't have the exact number off the top of my head, but I think they've put in 15 plus crosses during the game. Only got about 3 successful ones, and that just happened to be one of the ones. It was a lovely cross in and a good header into the bottom corner.
We do have to be better from that. I think that's the legitimate goal that we saw Duckingfield score.
It's a good reaction for them, obviously, to nearly concede and then go up and do it yourself. For us, it was a little bit tough to take.
Come on, in there.
I felt as though first half we competed, but the play wasn't there. We weren't quite getting out of our half. That's what we struggled with the most. We were defending, we were making sure we were compact and strong, but we were giving the ball away far too many times. Second half, we started to have a little bit more success. Again, we might not have been playing exactly to the system we wanted to, but we found weaknesses and we tried to expose those, and that led to things like that chance from Ronaldo.
After the game, initial thoughts were that we didn't play too bad, but we didn't see a lot of the ball. And then after some analysis work and whatnot, and getting actual statistics together and video footage and clipping the game down, we realised there was a lot to improve on.
Yeah, I thought it was a good test for everyone involved, really. Good start for our lads. Help us with the fitness and whatnot. A few weeks behind yourselves, but I think 2 or 3 of your lads really impressed. I think to say it was your first game, done really well.
I wanted us to get some shots on goal. Did we get shots on goal? Yes, we did. But did you get a shot?
More than first half.
You got a shot? Yeah. So that's that. That was what I wanted to see. I also saw at one point from Ronaldo, we isolated the fullback and we checked it back towards the penalty spot. That is what I've asked to see. That's what we've worked on in training. There's only positives here for me. There's 7 fucking leagues above you. We're going to take a fucking right shit on our league. We're going to improve with players in the trial. We're going to add to the depth. Keno's going to fucking ruin you in the next month. And when the season comes round,
we'll be going on team walk.
around the silverware. Make sure you follow them. The hardest team you could have played. Do you think that they only win 3-0 And let's be honest, maybe 2-0 and maybe 2-0.
Don't start. These lot went ref it, were out. They went on too late now.
Bullying the goals with the line. You know
Don't start.
Right, boys, chill. Right. Do you think that they beat teams in their league by more than 2-0? Absolutely, we fucking do. So if we can fucking hang with a team 7 leagues above us, more than other teams in their league, they're top of their fucking league. They're not just in a fucking Division 7 higher than us, they're top of it.
Even Pete's smiling. So it must have done something good. Fucking hell.
Pete's got a groin strain.
Oh, right.
I've got one thing which they done which you didn't, which I actually quite like. They moaned at each other a lot. They were getting frustrated with you. At no point did I hear us having a go at each other. It was all good communication. For you to get in the reds, for them to start pushing Cam about and pushing Saka about.
You came straight in, I was like, thank fuck for that.
Oh yeah, that's going to have to be a fucking role that we identify. Someone designated back up.
He just came flying in.
Nice hockey style.
Aaron's 17 years old, only the biggest player on their team.
Right, lads, give yourselves a big fucking round of applause. I am fucking proud of what I saw tonight. Our first game is in the history books. Our first goal is not.
But Duckingfield dominated possession. They didn't really penetrate too much. I put that down to the shape of the team, which I was very impressed with. The fight and commitment of the players, but also the centre halves and also Aaron just sitting there doing his job and front screening was an absolute rock. So that for me was the pleasing thing about that whole performance. So result aside, I don't care about the result of the Duckingfield game. As a training tool and as a recruitment tool, there were several things going into the trial that I thought that this team lacked. Height, experience, and physicality. And I think Duckingfield's shown us up on those 3 counts. I thought there was plenty of counts that we did well on. And possibly a 4th one being depth.
It's hard to tell because we've only got a couple hours to assess them. Obviously, we're looking for people who can play football, but there's so much more to it as well. It's not just about if you're good at football, but how you react to certain things.
I didn't link the Ducky game too much to the trial myself. I think that although it was a defeat, we talked about the positives and we knew who we were up against. But obviously at the back of your mind, you've also got, well, I need to step up now because even though we performed well, we've lost the game. So we don't want somebody to take our spot in the team. And I think everybody felt that way.
I am the COVID officer for Stretford Paddock, so I'm checking temperatures, making sure no one's got the Rona. Yeah, that's it.
There's some sanitary shit in there. There's wipes, there's spray for the balls, that sort of shit.
Have you heard about that, Sam? I've got squad numbers in the North West Counties.
No, go on.
We've got our squad numbers in the North West Counties.
Oh,
Why does it say taught by Matt Busby?
It's a fucking song.
But we've never been taught by Matt Busby.
Why don't I bring the Scouser?
Why are you being annoying?
Football taught by Howson. That's what it should say.
Right, thank you guys for coming. Hopefully there's going to be quite a lot of you get taken on to come and play for us this season. You're going to be playing a handful or so of 35-minute long games. What we're looking for in players is lads who are coachable, lads who work hard, and lads that can play football. We do need a little bit of physicality in the team. We're quite a small team, quite a young team at the moment. I like players who talk, and I like players who are fucking good better. So let's just work hard, and let's see what the crack is. About 4 o'clock, we've got our first team coming down, or remnants of a first team coming down, and you're going to play against them. So there's going to be 2 phases to the trial today. We'll squeeze you lot down to 2 teams after this first session, maybe even 1 if we're not happy with the quality.
that 1 or 2 teams will then play against our first team in reserves, and hopefully you're better than reserves, and hopefully you might even be better than some of the first team. And that's how today's going to go. You should be done about 8 o'clock. You will know whether you're part of the squad by the end of today. Good luck, lads. See you in a bit.
Yeah, so just say your name and your position. So I'll start lying striker.
Yeah, we started that. We've got new
players now. Yeah, we've got a new player.
Make sure everyone knows each other's names.
You centre mid. Yeah. Striker. Right wing. Left wing. You two. Sub, yeah. But don't worry. We're going to make sure you get enough time.
Kian, you're an 8 in front of the 6. Ronan, you're a 10 at the side of the 8. 7 and 11 is Daniel and Io, your right and left wingers, and in the centre of them is Lewis, 9 the forward.
How are we feeling now?
Excited. I was going to make a funny joke there, but I've decided against it.
You don't necessarily need to make subs. You could let them play 1 full match if you wanted.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see how we go.
I mean, the number 4.
Go on.
How many do you need to take it? How many do you need to?
Out of these 3, I've got 41 here. I need 22 to 25 out of these 31.
I didn't know you
Ideally, but I think we're probably going to have to keep a few for training anyway. Like a few spots open for training. Was it the 9 on blue? We said looked okay, scored.
Yeah, 9 on blue.
1-footed.
Come in. Yeah, you finish. Yeah, back. Good ball. Stay with it. Well done.
He's been trying to make matches.
Trying not to lose turns in your own.
That should have fucking been aiming for us.
We're going to mix up the positions, because a couple of people have said I can play 2 positions or 3 positions, or if you're a full back we might try you as a centre half, just because you might not know your best position at this level. Red cards coming in here. Go 5!
Delay!
That's not delaying.
Filthy stuff, mate. Filthy. They have families, lads. They have families.
He was off, bro. He was off.
That one was it. The striker was on. The one that got the ball. Yeah, he was on. He was off.
No, he was on.
The striker was
Yes! Played Saturday and he was like either on the bench or starting or...
There's a difference, isn't there?
Yeah, massive difference.
Sundays are lacking.
He's in there. He loves it, you know him. Ronald.
17. Reminds me of
Please tell me you got that. Very good. You got that.
I thought it was going to be a really high tempo, like physical day where people are going to try and prove a point, and I think that we did see quite a bit of that, but I also think we've seen people trying a little bit too hard at times.
We're talking about 3-4 players like and we're struggling, but like I'd fight for him, ish.
I'd say no on him now, because I think you got better than that.
Alright.
Because as you said, he'd end up as number 7.
You're right, okay. He's young, innit? He's very young.
So he's young, so he
the
could...
box that's on the floor has got another load of Polaroids in
It's
it.
his attitude that worries me.
But I think that's because he's young and he's just a bit quiet.
Maybe.
I think that's what that is personally.
You might be coachable. You never know. You might work with him and...
No, I think he could be. No fucking no way.
Nope.
No way. Maybe. I've not seen him play very much, so I can't.
He hardly comes to training, so I've hardly seen him either.
Oh well then. Oh what? So he's not come to training, but
he hardly ever comes to
like, can he hear it at a trial?
Yeah. He's come to training twice. I'm pretty sure.
Oh well then, fuck that then. But he's good.
He's impressed you here.
But he's good, innit?
Yeah.
But he's good though. But
technically,
good.
yeah.
That's just the only thing he's good.
Yeah, technically, from a technique standpoint, yes. But for me, I think there's better players.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I think you can find better here than...
Who's that?
Yeah, that's like me as well.
How many will make it?
That's what I mean. He's
Okay.
come to like 2 training sessions and.
That's unacceptable. Like that's unacceptable to me.
Kathy, can you go and tell Matt, as soon as this game finishes, tell all trialists to just go and start having a break. I'll give them 10 minutes, and then we'll address them all who's sticking behind. So, if I call your name out for this first 18 names, just go and stand over here. If I call you out for the second lot of 18 names, go and stand over here. If I don't call your name out, you've not made it through to the next phase. So the first lot is going to be Connor Hinchcliffe, Jack Carr, Joe Keeble, Ronald Macola, Ben Lloyd, Reza Ulhaik. I knew there would be good players because I'd been seeing the CVs of people. There was over 300 applied, and I trimmed it down to around 100. If people just wrote, I played for my school, I deleted it. If people put, I'm mint, I deleted it. I was looking for people that actually bothered their arse to put in a little bit about themselves. I played in this position, I played in that position, I've been on trial here, I spent X number of years in this academy, I spent X number of years in this academy, I played first team at North West Counties, Northern Premier League. Those were the sorts of CVs that I was looking at, those were the sorts of CVs that I invited down to the trial. And we invited just over 70 to the trial, of which around 50 turned up. Lewis Taylor, Mark Dempsey, Caden Holland, Ronan Beckett, Daniel Johnson, Tom Jones.
Today I saw a lot of competition, first of all between the trialists, some very good standard of players. I can say that because we only cut a few from the first phase of the session, which was a massive positive for us, and obviously we wait to see what these have, especially compared to the squad we currently have as well.
I think there's been some very good players. I think it's mixed. I think it's difficult when they're all on when they're on the different separate teams and stuff like that to kind of see what it is. But you can see a couple of players really stand out straight away. Not going to mention who because that would ruin the story. Here's Yayan. He's not going to be a standout, but some good players.
I'm not going to sugarcoat this for you. The squad, the Blues, you're about to play. They've been training with us for the past couple of weeks, so they should be a little bit fitter, a little bit sharper and whatnot. But it's down to you guys to work harder than them to take their spot. Okay? When you go into that, go make a point, go prove a point. You can all play, we've seen it then. Yeah? Work harder than them, do more than them. You should come out on top. If you can make them look shit, you'll turn Steve's head. Simple. I don't know how much more I can say about it by that. Make them look shit, Steve will think twice. Okay?
Overall, it went okay. We've seen a lot of good talent there, but we also seen a lot of good character.
Anything can happen. Some lads might be going today that were originally in the first or the reserves, and it'd be a shame because they've done well to get here so far. But that's the harsh reality, really. We're starting the season and we want to start it strong. And if we don't think you're good enough, then it'll be bye-bye for now.
No one is guaranteed a place. They're all back to square one. You've had the 6 or 7 weeks prior to the trial to refine your skills, to improve on anything that you needed to improve on, and that comes into our consideration when we're selecting the teams at the end of the day. But it comes down to this. It comes down to these performances. If you don't perform here, you're in trouble. And so we've made that clear to everyone. You're fighting for your place today. I expected a lot of different types of players because at the minute we're trying to find something that's different from what we've got, something that we can add to it or something that can upgrade on what we have.
Where's he going? Gabe. What's he called?
He's fucked up, I don't know.
Gabe! He's going?
Gabe's got to go home. He's got to drop his mum's car off.
Alright, okay. He spoke to them about being in or not?
Hey, lads, they might as well
Just come in here a sec.
come in very quickly, yeah?
Give us 2 minutes for these, please, mate. Yes, to both.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
Come in here, lads. Whose team was you in? You're both in Pete's, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk to him, Pete?
Yeah. Really happy with what I've seen so far in the trials and they'll be coming back. Your work rate is something that I really admire. Someone who just doesn't give up on anything and just constantly goes for it. Well done to both of you. Made it. Well done. Well, I know you didn't have the greatest amount to do today, but from the bits we saw, we liked it.
Yeah. I'll play wherever, I don't mind.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Congratulations, welcome to the team.
Well done, yeah?
Well done.
Congratulations, mate, welcome to the team.
Well done, yeah?
Have I got both your contact details? You both get the emails?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll email you all out with everything that we've said anyway. Nice one, well done, lads. So coming into the trial, I knew that there'd be people that would come in and compete for places. I knew that there would probably be a few that added depth. There was also a few unknowns, and you know, people aren't necessarily always truthful when they're on these things, when they know that I'm looking at the about me kind of section to see what they're about. But my expectation going into it was that we'd find a couple of players that might go into the 11, but I knew I would find depth.
So from the people in the first team, I think all of them should be looking over their shoulders because that's the attitude you have to come into this with.
Nobody's guaranteed a place in the squad.
I think, yeah, players should definitely be looking over their shoulder because we're going through a period now, even though we've selected a squad, no places are set in stone. If your performances drop or somebody just keeps working at it during the season, you will be replaced in a team.
They absolutely should be looking over the shoulder. Not only are people going to challenge them for places, people have already been replaced in the first 11. What my strongest 11 was pre-Sunday has changed.
In certain positions, definitely, people need to be looking over the shoulder.
We've seen the quality and we've already had lads from Paddock come over and say, oh, what do you think? And it's because they're nervous, and I'd understand that naturally.
Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my yeses and my no's. If anyone's got a strong opinion either way or no's, let's fucking argue about it and we can change it if need be. I'll go from goalkeeper right through to forward, and then we'll fill in our squad. From my yeses, it came to about 37.
And now you need 50.
But
Okay.
I'll go through our absence and we'll go through yes or no's on those. So Rich here, Jay. Yeah. Luke Zakian.
Yeah.
Connor Knowles.
Yeah.
Jav Hussein. Okay. Jay Wong.
Yeah.
Caleb Addo.
Yeah.
Ryan Leonard.
Is that the Martin lad?
Yeah. Ryan, that Ronaldo bot. Okay, so
Is he going to commit to training?
him, Parker and Kev Gal, I've said to them lot, I'd rather have you part of the squad if you could do 1 in 2, 1 in 3, because they can't because of work.
Okay.
But I think them 3 have got the quality and experience that I'll forego it for those. Ollie.
Yeah.
Any no's?
No.
In. Ronald Makuola.
Yes.
Yeah.
In. Gareth.
I would say yes.
Just by merit.
Character.
I would say
Any no's?
As a squad player,
like as a squad player, I would say yes.
The only thing with that one is I think
man.
Daniel's better playing out from the back than him.
You know what?
Gareth will put the big tackle in, but when it comes to positioning and playing out the back, I think Daniel's better.
You know what?
Much in them too.
I
agree with that.
So it just depends on what do we want. Do we want just somebody that's going to tackle? Or do we want somebody that's able to... I know it's important, but again...
You could pair Gareth with someone who's...
Yeah.
But that's
what
what
I've
we're
seen,
going to decide.
as Steve said, I don't think there's much in him, and I think if you had to look at all their other factors, I think Gareth takes it.
Yeah, I agree.
I think anyway.
Come on, move on.
William Binder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Solid.
Definitely.
Solid.
I'm not even asking.
Who was
Yeah,
that?
Howson.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Will.
Yeah.
Yes.
Will Hudson, yeah.
Yeah.
I would.
I went as a centre back.
Ben Lloyd.
Yeah.
What number was it?
5.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
he was centre.
I can't see the pictures from here.
He was probably the best centre back.
Yeah.
Like, along with
David.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll have him.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
I say yes, and I'll fight for him because I think he was the best on the Blues today.
He had a very good day.
From what I saw on my first training session, which was last Tuesday, I thought he was great in that. And when I spoke to him right at the start of the day, he said he wanted to play centre mid. Obviously, with the level of kind of player we have at centre mid that have come, I said that's never going to happen. But no, I did pull him aside and I said, if you're willing to play fullback, learn fullback and be coached as a fullback,
I think we give him the chance
I will fight for you in this room.
Reza.
yeah, very
Yeah, oh,
good
definitely.
Yes.
Very
Yes.
If Razor's not our fucking...
What number was Reza?
Just putting Aaron straight.
The yellow.
He was the
If Aaron's not in, we're fighting.
Right, move on.
Left wingers, I think all of these lot are in.
Who's that?
Ronaldo.
Yes.
Nah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
He's got a motive.
he's got a bit about him, but he's also
direct as well,
he's
isn't
also decent in centre mid as well.
And McCullough.
No.
No.
Sorry, Adam.
Been in right off.
In the morning.
Can't see.
Daniel Johnson.
Which
No.
one?
No.
No.
I mean,
Oh, I would
he
say.
had a tough go in terms of he had
No.
nothing around him to work with.
You know what?
You're
So
right.
I can't really assess him based on
No,
what
out of
I
my
saw.
players that I've got here, I said I would keep 4 if it was possible,
Yeah.
and he was one of them.
The one thing I'll give him credit for is
Right.
even when everybody
I
else
just
didn't do
think-
anything, he kept
No, and he's
going.
young. He's only 16 as well.
I think he's not been tested yet.
Yeah.
So I'd say to keep him.
I would say. Yeah. You want to
Do I go back to Maybes now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are the fullbacks?
Yeah, you did. You did, yeah.
Go to the babies.
Did you? Oh,
Lewis
yeah.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Left back, right wing.
Go on then, put him in.
Yeah.
I can't see.
Well, what
Based
would-
on-
I was going to say what would you
I've not seen him play in
Mason.
that position.
No.
No.
I wouldn't.
If it's Roby's call,
It's your player.
Yeah, you're the manager, mate.
To be honest, if you want him for the reserves, he'll stay in the reserves for a while.
But he's 16.
He's 16.
Exactly.
You know what? I think we should take a chance.
I mean,
I say
right,
yes,
to
man.
be
Go
fair-
I say yes.
That's it.
To be fair, I say if you
Caden,
talk to him,
15.
No.
I didn't see
No,
him.
guys, can I just ask a really logical question? Why?
Why who?
Why no?
Combination of probably my main concern is age. I just
small.
think.
So where's the concern for Aaron's age?
can
or
I just put this
Connor's
forward?
Because
With
Aaron's
those,
still
with
far
those
on
two,
the
Still physicality.
lads,
So it's not his age then, it's his physicality.
It's a combination of two. The fact
So
that
it's-
he's young,
No, it's his
but
sporting
he's not.
age.
He's not tall.
Did
not
he
gonna
stand
battle.
out to you
Lads.
at all in any way?
He was
I thought
very,
he was very
very
technical.
composed for
Hang
the
on.
15-year-old.
I think,
Go on,
I
Jan,
think
let's
there's an
see
easy
how-
enough solution with those two. If you're open and honest with them and say, we're worried that it might be too soon, but we'd like you to come train with us, and if it goes well in training and you develop, you may get to play. But
Don't
for
sign him,
now,
don't let him train.
yeah,
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Who came?
literally, and if they say no, that's their decision.
I agree with that.
And we've got.
Yeah.
Right, fuck this. Let's go and just read them out off this.
Come on, lads.
Jump on a pitch, lads. Everyone stiff. Come in close, I'm not shouting that much.
In you come.
Everybody in, yeah? Right, so I'd like to thank everyone for their time today. The standard's been really good. I'm very confident that we have now found our squad to take this league by storm and win every fucking trophy in sight. That being said, this is the squad that we've selected. As you can imagine, it was a pretty tough deliberation in there, which is why we took as long as we did. If I read your name out, go and stand over to the left-hand side for us, and I'll chat to you guys in a minute because you've made it. So Nathan Carr, he's not here, he's already spoke to us.
Jake Moore, Connor Hinchcliffe, Johnny Hart, Alex Bagley, Joe Keeble, Ryan Pickering, Jake Carr, Dave Pritt, Ben Lloyd, Will Hobson, Oates is already gone, Will Binder, Gareth Hart, Will Pickersgill, Lewis Taylor, Ollie, Ronald Makwala, Luke Holland, Caden, Mason Royals, Muscles, Reza, Daniel Bakare, Rahul Rada, Amir Khan, Yaya, Dave Edmondson, Cam, Asa Kennedy, Gabe, he's already gone, Che Pereira, Daniel Johnson, Momin Yusuf, Mark Dempsey, Ronaldo, Lewis Thomas Fitzpatrick, Ayomaide Akinalde, sorry,
AO for now.
Jordan Cork, and Adam Ashton. You got read out. Get over there. Rest of you, if you gather up a little bit. Gather in a sec, lads. Stash them in there for us. Lads, I just want to say thanks for your time, especially some of you that have been with us for a few months. Listen, the lads, that was fucking difficult. There's not a massive gap in the gulf here. The reason that you was all at the second phase of the trial is because you're all fucking good players. It was this close for a lot of you. So I'd say thank you for coming for every single one of you. Good luck with wherever you end up playing for this season. And hopefully we'll see you again soon. Cheers, lads. Nice one. Nice one. Nice one. Cheers, Will. Nice one. Cheers, lads. Nice one, Jack. Nice one, mate. Stretford fucking Paddock! Can we have a know what? When I say we're having it, lads, we're fucking having it. We're trying for us to be the most professional non-league team that there is out there. I'm aiming for like a League 2 level of backroom. You can see how many coaches we've got here. We've also got a sports scientist. We're fucking having it, lads. We're trying to be as ultra professional as we can, partially for content. That's a fucking fine.
I think the upcoming fixtures are going to be good purely because some will be different tests. There are some, if we're being honest, we're going to with a lot more confidence in terms of we should be winning this, and it's rather how many by than will we win it.
Going into the next game against the Jolly Carter, they're a very tough physical side, a little bit rough, stuff like that, and I like a little bit of that. So I'm actually looking forward to that one to see, again, the players who's got each other's back, who's not going to lose the head, who's got good emotional control.
I'm very confident going into these because following the trial, I know I added potency to our attack, depth and strength to the midfield, and depth and strength to every single position on the pitch. There isn't anywhere where I couldn't suffer a few injuries and maintain the level of the team, which is something that we really need to have. I know that there's a lot of work on shape required, and obviously the new players are going to have a lot of catching up to do from some of the lads that have played already to get the system and to get how they work. And obviously we have a couple of things which are pretty unique to how we play, certainly at this level. But I think we'll get there with it, and it's going to take time. I think by the end of October, I would want to start seeing that we are playing the way we expect to, 80 to 90% in matches, and then there is a little bit of freedom in the system for players to go and take on what they want to do themselves as well and express themselves, and if they see a gap, I like my players to play with risk and really go for it if they can.
Action shot.
Exactly.
Got a small Nike top, anyone?
You're fucking knackered after that already.
Hey, it gave 100%.
Fucking hell.
See what
Oh, he's actually tackled you. Come on, Pete. Oh, he sent you there.
Up Paddock.
He's got me doing a knee